It's that time of the week again. We're here in our lovely wee enclave in central London, autumnal enclave. It's We Love Betting. My name is Chris Graham. Marco here, how's it hanging?
It's hanging well, thanks Chris. Lovely little place around here, isn't it?
It is, I know, but the light is dimming away by the second. Every word I speak is getting darker and darker, so we've got to be hurrying up here. But quickly, we'll talk about international football. Last weekend, Kazakhstan.
Yeah. Well, hang on, Macedonia.
Yeah, I misjudged it after last night. But England did so well as well, didn't they?
Fantastic performance. Well done, England.
Absolutely.
And Wales and Northern Ireland.
God, the rubbish, collective uselessness.
We're all in this together.
But anyway, enough of this World Cup qualifiers. Back to the real stuff. League Two. Back to club football, domestic football this weekend. To the delight of many, I'm sure. Us included, as to be said. And Mark's got a tip from every division. Well, 3 football league divisions. easy. No, the bees are home. Every football league division, and we'll kick them off here. The Championship, and you're opposing Lee Clark's Birmingham, aren't you?
I am, Chris. I'm not the biggest fan of Lee Clark. I think I've made that clear to you, Nick Watts, and people on Twitter before. I didn't agree with the appointment when he went to Birmingham to start with. I was sort of on the fence when he got sacked from Huddersfield. I'm not convinced of his managerial skills, and I'm not convinced of his Birmingham team either. They're winless away, they're pointless away from home actually as well. And their last game as well was against Peterborough just before the international break. It was their first win, and they scraped it 1-0. Now Peterborough to me look like a team who are, I wouldn't say destined for the drop, but definitely relegation candidates, strong relegation candidates at that. They're not scoring the goals they were last year. And so for Birmingham to only just scrape by with a 1-0 win at home isn't good enough. Shadow the team that Chris Hughton put together. Defensively, they've been pretty much a shambles, and they're away at Forest, who, despite that Tuesday night or Wednesday night, I think on Sky Sports, when they were absolutely smashed by Wigan Athletic in the Capital One Cup. Yes, they've actually been pretty decent in the league. They're unbeaten in the league, 1-2, drawn 2.
Surprised me, honestly.
Yes, yeah. Although Sean O'Driscoll was there towards the end of last season, he's put the foundations in for what he's doing this year. But for me, the most impressive thing is what he's done in the transfer window. He's brought in 2 top quality strikers, Simon Cox and Billy Sharp, 2 strikers who I believe have probably been, I don't know, in the top 10 of the Championship strikers over the last few years. Cox is rated a little bit of a doubt for this game after the international duty, but I fully expect him to play. Forest, we got them at 23-20 here. Again, just touching on Birmingham. When you look at their opponents, the amount of goals they've been shipping goals to Barnet, Charlton, Wednesday, Coventry, Watford. They're not the sort of teams who I would put in the top 6 of the Championship. I certainly think Forest are a top 6, top 8, top 10 team, and they can definitely cause some problems. At 23-20, I think that's a fair price.
Yeah, I put them up for relegation, Forest. On Sports Tonight TV, so that's a bit of a bad start. And my thing about Lee Clark as well, he is the most north-east guy in the world.
Yeah.
I thought we played alright, Anyway, we'll deviate my rubbish impression.
Good impression.
Yeah, I can kick on from League
Probably
One.
beat you up for it, but
put a hard man. I remember once he put a T-shirt on when he was playing for Newcastle. Was I hate Markham?
Yeah, the other way around.
Yeah, not the smartest guy, is he? Imagine he was managing a football team, right? Oh dear. No wonder he got sacked by Huddersfield. Anyway, League One.
Okay, another character then, Graham Wesley.
Another nut job.
Love him or loathe him, I loathe him. I don't know about you two.
I like him.
Okay. You always like the weird ones.
Jokes about terrorism is not really me, man.
Well, fair play to him, because Preston, when he took over that project last year, until the end of the season, and even over the summer, I just thought disaster, they're going nowhere. But he fielded 9 debutants on the opening day of the season. He shipped out all the old wood, which he moaned about and bemoaned about all through the summer. He's got his own team together, and he's focusing on hard work and organisation. Of course, what brought him such superb success at Stevenage, and it's starting to work here at Preston, despite their opening couple of results. And one thing I think deserves a lot more credit than it's getting is they absolutely thrashed Swindon 4-1 at Deepdale.
Yeah.
It went under the radar because of Paolo Di Canio and goalkeeper Gate, but that's a superb result. They also beat Palace 4-1 that week as well. Yeah. They beat Bury away last week 1-0. Okay, it's not the most glamorous result, but it's a win. And I fully expect them to make it 3 wins from 3, because they're 11-10 to beat Crawley at home at Deepdale. Crawley, I watched their game last week against Portsmouth on Sky Sports. I thought they were good in possession, pretty solid defensively, but there was a huge fallout. Terrible refereeing performance, 2 players sent off, Josh Simpson and Hope Akpo, and they're both suspended for this game. There's a lot of sort of, not bad blood, but a bad vibe going around Sussex after that result. People weren't happy, and I just think that mood's going to set in, especially this week with going away to Preston. It's not the nicest place to go to with Graham Wesley in charge, and 11 to 10 with Sporting Bet for Preston to make it 3 wins on the bounce seems like another fair shout to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Preston did start well last season, didn't they? Under Phil
Yeah.
Brown, and it all went wrong.
Good old Phil.
He was off to the nightclub after he saved his P45. We had Preston and Crawley, good shout. That League Two, you've just looking at your score. You're getting involved with a team that I really like, Exeter.
I know why you like them as well.
I do. Oh, he's a cool guy, Paul Tisdale. I like to think I try to look my best fashion-wise, and Paul Tisdale, he rocks it, man. He wears the scarf. It's a bit 2009, but I like the scarf. It's a good look.
He's a dude.
Anyway, the light is getting very dark, so let's move on from fashion. Talk about your alternative market here on this Exeter game.
Yeah, it's not a match market, it's not a win market. I'm going into a goals market. Kind of, I don't really know where I came about this. I was just looking at the results, looking at the prices, and this stuck out to me. Exeter to score a first half goal against York at 17 to 20. They're at home, and they've been going very, very well since that opening day when I think you put them up to win.
The only time I backed them. They got humped 3-0 by Morecambe. 3-0 doing after 15 minutes. The ticket was in the bin at 3:15.
Yeah,
you laugh.
Sorry about that. They've won 4 of the last 4 games now, 4 on a spin in the League 2 since that day. And who would you think? Jamie Curitin is the guy who's spearheading to the team.
57-year-old.
Yeah, and he's still scoring goals as well. Never quite produced what he did at Reading at Queen's Park Rangers, but I'm not going to moan when he's going to score goals for Exeter, hopefully on Saturday as well. They're a really entertaining team to be watching at the moment, Exeter. But so are York as well, newly promoted York. Despite their defeat against Wycombe on the opening day, they lost 3-1. They've been picking up results, and the games have been littered with goals as well. Mainly the wrong end, because their defence is pretty shaky. They've conceded, what is it?
Come on, stick with it. Come on, the light. Look at your notes.
Exeter have scored 12 goals in 4 league games, of which 6 of them came in the first half.
Oh, bless his notes, sir.
York have leaked 9 goals in their 5 league games. They've only actually lost 1 of those, but 6 of those 9 actually came in the first half as well. Put those 2 stats together, and there's 21 goals, 12 of which came before half time. So that for me, 17 to 20 of Sporting Bet on a first half goal in the for Exeter against York, I should say.
You got there in the end. It's good.
Sorry.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think every York game this season has been all about goals. Go over for every York game this season.
Both teams to score as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to the rich house. So your three selections.
Exeter to score a first half goal against York at 17 to 20. Preston to beat Crawley at 11 to 10. And Forest to beat Birmingham at 23 to 20.